And we're live.
We are. And we're off.
Welcome to
I will check really quick.
Samesies.
PB&J Sports Talk episode, who knows?
This is like week 7?
Week 7 of the fantasy football season.
Ooh, got number 7 here.
We got a 7. Oh,
We have a 7.
we have a 7-11.
Oh, we got Sam Lem.
Yeah, we have 7-11. That's nuts. Oh, God. Well,
Let's see here.
love it.
We are live out of Woodstock, Georgia.
Let me hide this product placement
Do-do-do-do.
behind the can.
Oh.
Ooh, nice placement. Like it.
Here we are.
We're back.
Here. Sorry, just
Welcome, guys. How's everyone doing?
on this beautiful Tuesday Eve.
Tuesday, chilly Tuesday.
Nipply.
Oh, I could go for some chili.
Chili's.
You know how to make chili?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I got some gumbo parts in the fridge.
Oh, you know what we should try this weekend? The Cuban spot.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're here this
Bring a tear to
weekend.
my eye.
Mm-hmm.
See it?
I'll put something in your
I
eye.
worked so hard to get one tear.
Okay.
Nah, no one yet.
You want me to do the foreign ball first, or you want to do college ball?
Oh, yeah. We got a little talk about in college.
Let's
It'll
do
be
it.
brief.
Let's do it.
Anyone fail this week?
Oh, yeah.
The Ohio State Buckeyes,
Yep.
the Michigan Wolverines, and the Clemson Tigers, as well as the Ole Miss Rebels, are the only 4 undefeated teams because the greatest college football dynasty of all time happened to lose this weekend.
UGA lost.
Wow.
Next question.
Damn.
The Alabama Crimson Tide upset by the Tennessee Volunteers. Rocky Top, baby. Rocky Top. About time Tennessee's back. Haven't been good since Peyton Manning's been gone. Is it a coincidence? I think not. Alabama goes down. Georgia, I think, filled the role as number 1.
Congrats, Georgia.
Know your role, jabroni.
Hey, the worst part is Georgia plays Tennessee in a few weeks, I believe. That's going to be a nasty game. Very good to look forward to as a college football fan. But that's the biggest news of the week. November 5th, UGA, Tennessee. That's going to be a great college game as long as either one of them don't fucking trip and fall on the way.
Remember the 5th of November. Remember that? Guy Fawkes? Burned down the Houses of Parliament, or tried to? No?
I don't speak the British.
What's that movie that they made? The fucking Mask. V for Vendetta.
That's what it's about?
Mm-hmm.
It was a British thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the more you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never watched it.
We create this kind of like scarecrowy guy, go and collect money for charity, and then at the end of the 5th of November, we go and burn him on like a bonfire.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're going to bring that to Woodstock.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Set him up next to Tom the Turkey. That's still the wildest thing I found out about it. Fucking
It's so
Woodstock.
funny that I
I was making fun of him. He was telling me about it. I'm like, no, that's just some redneck kind of like joke or something. It's like, no, literally, he's outside friggin' real.
They could at least got,
legitimately a shrine of a turkey.
And-
I'm like, yo.
I have told this to people that have lived here their entire life and they had no idea what the fuck a random statue of a turkey is for. The only thing I'm upset about is they fucking got really lazy with the name. Okay, a male turkey is a Tom the Turkey.
Oh,
Add some creativity
Oh, I didn't know
to it. Call it Earl or fucking Jeff.
Yeah.
Tim, even. Who
Yeah,
knows?
fucking Tim the Toll Man Turkey.
Yeah.
Or, as we say in Woodstock.
Dinner.
Tim the two man. That's all right.
Y'all wait. Y'all white people wait. Y'all just wait. I'm coming for y'all.
Yeah, you.
What are you talking about? I miss say something every podcast.
You white people over there.
You're the whitest of them all. You brought white people over here.
Apparently, if you're white, you can't say shit right. So
I guess I'm white.
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I love America.
Rights.
And that was the moment PB&J got canceled.
All right. Fucking.
All right, good shit. Yeah, that's all college football.
All right.
I think we missed our regular podcast, so
We did.
we're yearning for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would
right.
say so.
It's
Well,
good to be back.
massive congratulations, 34-year-old Karim Benzema
Kareem Benzema?
wins the Ballon d'Or.
Oh, it's official?
Mm-hmm. Massive for him.
34.
He's had a rough
life.
last 5-6 years, getting kicked out of
He'll
the
be right
France
back.
team, all that kind of stuff. But he redeemed himself last year. Did really well. Won everything with Real. So he wins the Ballon d'Or. Second was Sadio Mane.
Ooh.
Third, Kevin De Bruyne. So
Fourth Mo Salah.
he was up there. I think he was top 10.
Who votes for that? Is it like a
It's
press?
Players,
Oh,
press, managers, like everyone who's part of like the football associations, I suppose. But yeah, he was head and shoulders above the rest.
Mm.
Yeah, he was.
Lewandowski last year? Or
Uh,
Messi? Who was it last year?
it was Messi
It
last
was
year,
Messi.
and it was controversial because he did jack shit. PSG did nothing.
And didn't somebody leak? Why do I sound like that? Oh god! Didn't someone leak it and they thought it was like Lewandowski?
Yeah,
Uh,
it should have been Leather.
well, it's maybe too soon.
Yeah,
World War II, too soon. Oh, congrats though!
yeah.
Is that
yeah.
based upon league and international, or only league play?
It's based on basically everything, but his contribution to Real Madrid was top. So,
We got some.
Wow, we have a comment.
ooh, go straight into it.
No, not yet.
You sure?
We gotta talk about. We gotta keep on schedule.
Yeah, stay on schedule.
Oh, this is boring.
No.
We're gonna get the round ball going first. Harry Kane keeps on scoring. Tottenham beat Everton 2-0. That guy is just. I hope he keeps his form. John, you want to say something?
I don't know how to say it. I would. I'll wait.
Is it Avish?
Obviously.
You know what? I just found out that y'all were mocking Hurricane when you guys were doing that. 'Cause every time y'all did, I was like, "What
We
the
were
fuck y'all
mocking.
doing?" Like every time, I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Yo, like that shit is
joke I don't know about.
I'm like, no, it's like every time Hurricane come up, it's like obviously I'm like,
Obviously.
no,
Obviously.
fuck y'all talking about.
Obviously.
Yeah, I scored a goal. Obviously.
I'm like, okay. I was like, all right, now I get it.
Rune showed me an interview last year sometime, and I was like, God, that guy says obviously a lot. And he has a slight, talks out the side of his mouth.
I think we're going to get John an England shirt.
Obviously.
Number 9 with obviously on the back.
I'd rather wear that than Harry Maguire. Oh, good shit. Obviously. Shout out to Harry Kane. How's Son doing?
Yeah, he's sunny.
For our viewers currently, sorry to cut you off there, we are going over some EPL scores and predictions for the week. We will be getting to fantasy football within the next few minutes. So just stick with us and we'll answer all your questions after the EPL segment. Thank you very much.
Well said.
Yeah, get back to the results. Wolves beat Forest 1-0. It was kind of like a boring game. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2. The two promoted teams, they kind of getting into the swing of things with the keeping up with the Premier League teams, which is good to see after Bournemouth got beat a few weeks ago, 9-0. You thought the worst, the manager got sacked. The interim manager comes in, and I don't think has he lost the game yet? I'm not too sure.
I mean, 9-0, you probably shouldn't coach ever again. I'm just saying.
So yeah, the new guy who comes in, he hasn't got even the job permanently yet.
Yeah.
But he's doing well. There was a board draw, Leicester Palace 0-0. Seems like Brendan Rodgers, the Leicester manager, he could be the next one on the chopping block. He could be sacked. You might want to check the odds on that. That might be a bet.
Who we got?
Brendan Rodgers, Leicester City manager, next for the sack.
Little prop bet on that.
It might be there, to be honest, because fans are not happy. They're bottom of the league.
Ooh.
Yeah. Southampton won, West Ham won. Bit of Deckers with the Techers, Declan Rice magic. Kind of pulling West Ham out of that one. It looked a little bit dicey there for them. My bad prediction of the week, which was I thought Villa was going to beat Chelsea. Mason Mount had something to do with that. Mount magic, 2 goals. But the Villa keeper should be embarrassed with his performance. But then on the other hand, the Chelsea keeper was Kepa. He did everything right that game. He's probably not going to have another game like that for a while, but he did well.
Is he their backup keeper?
He's the innkeeper for the new manager.
Oh,
so the
manager doesn't like the shit. He shit can. What's his face?
Oh, Mendy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a top keeper. So
Right,
Kepa's doing well.
I hear United pays their backups well.
They pay him like fucking superstar. Speaking of United, 0-0 VAR controversy as always. Should have been a penalty for both teams in that game. There was a free kick that was taken. Ronaldo took the ball off the keeper, put it in the net. Referee blew the whistle. Everything was fine, and they pulled it back. So VAR has been very inconsistent over this weekend as well, the whole games. Another banana skin that I thought may have happened this weekend was Arsenal versus Leeds. Away at Ellen Road's never easy, but Arsenal staying, consistent, staying top. 4 points clear now. Their young lads are really doing well. Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, Odegaard. They're looking solid. I hate to say it as a United fan, but it's good, I think, for the young kids to be coming through and doing that. Arteta his reputation is growing. We'll see how it goes, though. It's very early.
Early in the season.
The big one of the weekend. This man got the prediction right and should have bet his house.
You got the score right, too, right?
No, I got the score wrong.
Did you say 2-1?
2-1, yeah. Which
it could have been.
2 minus 1 is 1, so I predicted 1-0. I mean,
1 minus 0 is plus 310 if you would have bet on it. Nice
Quick
job. Right here.
maths.
Oh, man. Hand hug.
But now a bit of Mo Salah magic.
You're welcome.
Turning Cancelo almost on a halfway line. He had a couple of chances, a couple of good saves. Another VAR controversial goal disallowed in that one. Erling Haaland pull on Fabinho. It was a foul, but the referee wasn't calling that all day. And then they go and score, and he calls it back for that. So we just need we need consistency because it's so inconsistent. It's game to game. You can't do that. Cannot do that. So VAR needs to get its shit together.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, just don't have it.
Yeah.
It's either do it consistent, be fair with it across the board, or sack it. So, and then there was a couple of games today. Brighton 0, Forest 0. Brighton should have they had so many chances in that one. And then Palace, they're strong front three, still going strong. Eze, Olise, Zaha, Palace beat Wolves 2-1. And then a round of games tomorrow, because the games that were postponed since the Queen passed away. What was it, a month or so ago? Well, that round of games is getting played tomorrow. Well, today and tomorrow. So we've got Bournemouth at home to Southampton. There's a South Coast rivalry there.
Yeah.
Brentford Chelsea, which is a tasty one. Liverpool West Ham.
Yeah.
Newcastle Everton, and then the big one, Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur. This game could be, even though it's early in the season, it could be the boost for the top four. Whoever comes out on top, this one, they go into the World Cup break with a bit of confidence. You never know what the players are going to be like, coming out of the tournament. We're basically a month away from Qatar.
Yeah.
So
World Cup coming soon. Predictions
will be live. But that's the massive one tomorrow. United Tottenham. It's always a fun game. It's always got goals in it. 3:15 Eastern Time. Peacock, check that one out. But really quick, I'll just go through those games. I think Bournemouth are going to do Southampton. Chelsea will probably win away at Brentford. Liverpool West Ham is a tricky one. West Ham were pretty solid.
I have something to add to this, but continue.
Newcastle Everton, don't see anything but a Newcastle win. United Tottenham, just like that Newcastle game that's just passed, it's going to be very close, very tight. I think there's going to be one goal in it. It's going to be a 1-0 or a 2-1.
Okay.
And because I'm biased, going United.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a close one.
Okay.
But it'll be a entertaining one. But that's the just massive shout out again to Karim Benzema, Ballon d'Or, first Ballon d'Or at 34 years old. Well done.
Nice.
And that's round ball talk.
Real quick, calling Liverpool 3, West Ham 1.
Ooh, okay.
I'm all in on Liverpool.
A resident Liverpool betting expert.
Been a Liverpool diehard since
As long as
a
I've
long
known
time.
you, dude.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I called last week's win. It was something, I just felt it in my heart to call it. And
Crazy.
let's go Liverpool.
I feel like it's 2 against 1 at this table. He says he loves Liverpool.
Mhm.
You've been loving Liverpool.
Yeah.
I just
How dare
here I am, just alone on Harry Maguire Island.
Yeah.
you?
All right, now we get to fantasy football.
As
The oblong ball.
Week 7.
As I sit here with David Beckham in my lap.
Before that, we have a few questions to answer. First from definitely not a fake throne. If it is non-PPR, who wins? Cam Akers and Dawson Knox for Michael Thomas and Ertz? I'm sorry, but if you're asking that question, I feel like you're trolling. But if you're not trolling, I'm going to go ahead and answer it. It's Michael Thomas and Ertz. Cam Akers is not playing. Dawson Knox is on a bye, and it's no Zach Ertz. Yeah.
Yeah, the only positive there is the fact that it's non-PPR.
Yeah.
Cam Akers won't get any points for catching a water bottle. So
Yeah. So good stuff. Oh, Aaron Bala says, you guys are awesome. Thanks for the advice. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, absolutely.
appreciate
Anytime.
that, Aaron.
Yeah. Bungalow Joe.
Bungalow Joe.
Bungalow Joe,
Yeah.
baby. Joe Mixon or Josh Jacobs rest of season?
Ooh.
This is a good one because 2 people at this table have
Personal interest.
personal
And
interest in
one
both these
unbiased
people.
opinion.
So, with that being said, let's go to the unbiased person on this table?
Shout out Zay. Real
Zay,
quick.
yo,
Zay is
Zay's
back.
back, baby.
Welcome,
My man. How'd you do this week, bro?
Joe Mix, JJ.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the schedule for both to give a very professional, unbiased opinion. Raiders schedule.
All right, so off the bat, who do you think is a more talented back, Joe Mixon or Josh Jacobs?
Pretty close because of age for Joe Mixon. Mm-hmm. But if it's Joe Mixon's third season like Josh Jacobs, I'm going Joe Mixon. Mm. But because of the youth, it evens out a little bit for me.
Yeah.
Shout out, we know one of them. Never mind, can't say that. Hot take. Right.
Remember how I said I traded JJ for Jamar? Hey, Jamar came in clutch for you, just like for Rooney.
Mm-hmm. But he did.
Did you win because of Jamar this week?
I think he got over 20% of my points this week.
Yeah, JJ's been cooking. But Jamar won your week for sure. JJ has been cooking. His floor is extremely high. So, but Jamar can give you weeks where he just wins you games. Let's hope it doesn't happen this week. But I have all the confidence that he will.
All right, to go back to his question, we got Bengals schedule first. Falcons, Browns, Panthers, Steelers, Titans, Chiefs, Browns, Buccaneers, Patriots, Bills, Ravens. Let that sink in for a second.
It's kind of like
Bengals. And for the Raiders, we have Texans, Saints, Jaguars, Colts, Broncos, Seahawks, Chargers, Rams, Patriots, Steelers, Niners, Chiefs. Right off the dump.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals have an easier schedule. As well as, both of them are kind of
like one is front heavy and the other is back heavy. Joe has an easier schedule in the beginning and then a harder one on the end, towards the end, so closer to fantasy playoffs. Josh has a harder schedule in the beginning, but then an easier one for the fantasy playoffs. With that being said, to answer your question, Bungalow Joe, Josh Jacobs is just running out of this world at this moment. I would go Josh Jacobs right now for rest of season. Rest of season, I'd pick Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is more prone to injury than Joe, but just based off his utilization, Joe only had 8 rushes this past game. Josh Jacobs is the offense other than Devontae Adams. So, thoughts?
No, I agree with that. I think I'd take Josh Jacobs as well, mainly because that Bengals offense is going through Joe Burrow right now. And it's kind of unfortunate because, they have to stick to the pass game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to keep getting blown out. Their defense is a little soft this year.
Yeah.
The Saints got ahead quick. Ravens were ahead quick and finished ahead. The Dolphins game was a layup, but that's when Tua just got hurt. But, I would feel more content with Josh Jacobs, but both solid. It's kind of apples and oranges. It's hard to compare.
I think so. Both RB1s.
If you got both, play them both. If you're even.
You probably can't go wrong with either one.
No, you can't. Runes, we got another question?
JAC's back.
JAC.
Back in the house.
Jay, welcome back. My man.
So he said, should I trade Hurts and Lockett for Diggs and Dak? My backup is Geno. It's a 0.75 PPR redraft. My other wide receivers are Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, and Judy. I just had to send H. Brown to IR, and he's desperate for a QB because he had Wentz.
Damn, 0.75 PPR redraft. Okay.
Yeah.
Thoughts, both of y'all? on this one?
Right off the dump, I'm not liking the quarterback trade. Hurts for Dak. You get a little bit more with Diggs for Lockett, I guess. What does Dak or Geno make up for what you're missing from Hurts? Let me pull up the Lockett info.
So for me, being that I love my wide receivers, you have a significant upgrade. Significant. When I say significant, I do mean that. To Diggs, who's I think he's number 1 wide receiver right now in fantasy.
Yep.
0.75 PPR. Yeah, Lockett can get you 10 receptions a game, but that's also based off game script. I personally, Jay, I would do this. I would trade Hurts and Lockett for Diggs and Dak. Even though we don't know what Dak can be, Geno is a great backup. Geno can easily get you 15 points per game right now. You won't have that Geno Lockett connection, which is fine because you get Diggs in return. I personally would do that trade. Dak will come back. I think he has the same floor as Geno, but a higher ceiling. So don't think you can go wrong. If he's desperate for QB, Jalen Hurts is probably top 3 quarterback in fantasy. Could be number 1 at the end of the year because of his, rushing ability.
Geno myth. Oh, it's a myth. He's number 7 at PPR.
Yeah, it's very good. Yep.
Solid quarterback.
I'd do this trade. I'd propose it for sure. Don't know if he'd accept. I think giving up Lockett is not enough to get Diggs and Dak, but unless you've already spoke to him, then do it. Oh, if he offered it to you, bro, do it. He really values Jalen Hurts. Does he have his rookie card just like us? Yeah, do it. Do it. Try hard, Zay. I'm stuck starting. Wow, say that 10 times fast. I'm stuck starting Brian Robinson and Robert Tonyan this week with Dalvin and Goddard out. John.
This just in.
Just in.
A breaking trade. In which there were no prior research done to taking the trade. I also am starting Brian Robinson this week. But you know who I'm not starting? A receiver. And by all, I mean Rashad Bateman and Michael Thomas are questionable and probably are not playing. And all my other wide receivers are on bye. So, try hard, Zay. I know it feels lonely down at the bottom, but you're standing on my back because I'm holding you up.
Hey, John's pretty tall, too.
This is an automatic L for me this week. There is not enough trading power in the world for me to do anything. That being said, though, I am actually kind of high on Brian Robinson.
I was going to ask, yeah.
The
17 carries.
I should not be bringing bias into fantasy football, but it's worked well for me in the past, and then it also hasn't worked well. I do not like Anthony Gibson. I just never was a fan of him. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I don't like Ron Rivera even more than him, but I actually love Brian Robinson. Shots fired. Now, Tonyan, on the other hand,
he crushed it this week. I don't know what happened to why they decided to finally throw to Robert Tonyan. Now, I had Robert Tonyan at the beginning of the week and I decided to drop him for some stupid reason. I don't think you're that bad. You're not in that bad of a predicament this week, Zay. I like Brian Robinson. If he was on my team, I would start him this week if Swift wasn't playing. But only because I like the touches he got. He's 17 carries. His third game back, I think, second game back from getting shot.
Yeah, first game was kind of a game script.
Yeah.
Limited snap.
And now they're going to run. They're going to use him because they don't have a quarterback. I mean, Taylor Heineke, but
Exactly. They don't have a quarterback.
so they have no choice but to run the ball.
That's Heineke, not Heineken.
Ooh.
You might want to get drunk watching them.
So I don't mind that start of Brian Robinson and Robert Tonyan. Robert Tonyan, I see a lot of upside. He is potentially on my waiver wires this week. I will be revealing my waiver wire pickups of the week in a little bit.
I wouldn't sweat it. I mean, this at the end of the day, this is 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
If you got to make that sacrifice to play those two this week, it's not the worst thing. I mean, you could be rolling the dice and starting 2 questionable wide receivers and 1 on bye. So,
Zay, what's your record now? Are you 4-2?
Thank you for the questions, guys.
Absolutely.
We'd really appreciate a like, subscribe if you're new. We also have a Spotify podcast out every Monday. You can find the link at our Instagram, under our Instagram, pb.j_podcast. We've got a link tree there with our, obviously you're on our YouTube, but to our Spotify.
Mr. Fantastic.
TikTok.
Halloween costume.
Ooh.
Sorry, cut you off.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, I want to hear about. Show it to me.
Slow down, baby. Yeah, but feel free to drop a little love. Give us in the love basket. Do appreciate Zay and Jay for both coming back.
Yeah. My man's.
And on this rock, we build a podcast.
How we do.
That's what we're doing.
Francesco Zitoli.
Ooh. Huh? He was happy last summer.
Not this December, though.
Macedonia. Or whoever the fuck it was.
Would you do Breece Hall and CeeDee Lamb for Cooper Kupp and James Conner and Zeke? I have Eckler, Kenneth Walker, Devontae, and Godwin. What? I'm sorry. I just want to jump in and take this one bull by the horns. Yeah.
If you have an opportunity to have Cooper fucking Kupp and Devontae fucking Adams on your team, do whatever it fucking takes.
Yeah.
Maybe a little hot, but goddamn.
You honestly don't even need a running back at that point just to give your league some competition. Like, go ahead and bench that RB2.
Everyone's already on their knees.
Yeah. Like, jeez. Absolutely.
Yeah. No. Listen, come back next week if I'm wrong. No. Come back at the end of the season if I'm wrong. I promise you I will not be.
Let us know how it works out next week.
That's 2 top 5 receivers by the end of the season.
Jeez.
Francesco, thanks for coming through and asking a question, man. Appreciate it.
Nick Peroni. Pick 2 to roster. DJ Moore, Thornton, and Alec Pierce. Fill me on a Thornton. Anybody?
So he's a Patriot.
All right. Glad we have a resident Patriot expert.
I am a Patriot fan, so I can speak on this. I think he's a one-hit wonder. In a sense, he's not going to produce for you in fantasy week to week.
Did he do something this past week? Is that what's relevant?
Yeah, I think he had like.
Yeah, I'm looking for him right now.
Tyquan Thornton, he had maybe 19 points or something.
Jeez.
Wide receiver, running back?
Yeah, wide receiver. He had 18 points. Sorry. Now I think that's just fake news. If I were you, here's the thing. When I say that, if you already have solid wide receivers, Nick, definitely pick up Alec Pierce. He was on my waiver wire last week. He actually won me one of my leagues this week with that clutch touchdown at the end of the game. 18 seconds left, touchdown. I think he's a solid plug and play receiver if you have any wide receivers on bye. Alec Pierce. Now, the only reason I would keep Tyquan Thornton, I would actually pick him up, is if you already have solid wide receivers starting, go ahead and take a shot at Tyquan and keep him on your bench. If not, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have good receivers, definitely pick up DJ Moore. Sam Darnold coming back is going to help DJ Moore a lot. They have somewhat of a connection. So go DJ Moore and Pierce. If you have wiggle room, then pick up Thornton. But I do like DJ Moore when Sam Darnold comes back.
Okay.
Thanks for the question.
We've got another one here from Z Money, as I like to say, Z Money.
Z Money 15.
15.
Roman numeral.
Yeah, I like that. He needs to start 2 out of Joe Mixon, Damian Pierce, and Kenneth Walker. He's looking for help.
He's looking for help.
You got the answer?
Do I have the answer, or does John or Rooney have the answer?
I am pulling up the stats.
So I'm starting Joe Mixon every week. Regardless of team they play, the talent is just there. He's not a touchdown-dependent running back. I need to know who Houston's playing. Okay, Houston's playing the Raiders. And Kenneth Walker, they're playing
Seahawks are playing
the Chargers, I think.
That is correct. In LA.
I like damn, both rookies. I'm Z Money. I'm gonna call you Z. I'm going Joe Mixon. This is just me. You guys can weigh in as well. I'm going Joe Mixon, and I'm going Damian Pierce. Going Damian. Even though I really love Kenneth Walker. I love Kenneth Walker. Against the Chargers. I mean, Latavius Murray did pretty well against them last night. Kenneth can do as well. I just like Damian Pierce. I tried to get him during the drafts, but could not. I just knew he would build the momentum. And I think Houston versus the Raiders would be a better game. So Damian Pierce might run a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going Damian Pierce. I'm going to call 80 yards and a touchdown.
Ooh.
Yeah, 80 yards touchdown.
Heard it here first.
Yep. Kenneth Walker, 70 yards. 20 receiving yards, no touchdown.
Yeah, I go Joe Mixon, Damon Pierce. I like both opponents they're playing. I also take consistency over what have you done for me lately a little bit.
Ooh.
Kenneth Walker's a little bit of what have you done for me lately. Damon Pierce is, by fantasy point standards, first out of these three, then Joe, then Kenneth Walker, quite a bit further down. Of course, he didn't play as many games, but even as a points per game. So Joe Mixon, Damon Pierce as well. If you got to, if you're in a tight pinch, Kenneth Walker's still not a bad start.
Yeah.
Chargers D is not that good in the run D.
Appreciate the questions, the comments, guys. If you guys enjoy so far, please go ahead and leave Rooney a thumbs up. And go ahead and subscribe for John. And
leave a comment.
Comment for Aaron.
A beautiful comment.
Please. Ooh. I could use it. Please.
In the arms of an angel far away. And that was singing segment 101.
Wait, do I have to pay extra for that?
Yeah.
Okay. It depends what song I sing.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe should.
Wait, which one's free?
Baby, lock them doors and turn them lights down low.
Shout out Rogue.
Shout out Rogue, baby.
Number one request.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into last week's games and some key players going out for us in fantasy for the foreseeable future.
I want to ask really quick.
Yeah, of
At the end
course.
of this segment, do these key players get in the door for next week? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
Are these performers just this week,
Yeah.
or will they be consistent? Throughout the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Well,
We'll go through the.
I like it. Well,
results.
Cup is on a bye, and I need to start 3: Juju, Hopkins, Olave, Judy, and Pittman Jr., or use the flex for a running back. Dude, I love a 3 wide receiver set. In this group of 3 people here, you have a Hopkins Dick Rider. I'll go ahead and raise my hand right now. We have a Chris Olave, previous Chris Olave owner.
Regretful drop.
And we have a Michael Pittman Jr. owner right here. Runes, go ahead and tell us what your opinion is on Michael Pittman.
I mean, he's been up and down, but is that on him or is that his QB?
It's true.
It's difficult to really know what he's going to do week to week. But he is the man if he's going to pull that team out.
Yeah.
I mean,
he killed it for you this past week.
Mm-hmm.
I think Matt Ryan hopefully saw what Michael Pittman can do. So Z, I feel you, bro. Pittman has been making a lot of people depressed. He was my number 1 wide receiver in one of my other leagues. But I think this past week showed us what he can produce on a weekly basis. Because of that, I'm going to give him one more starting spot. So I'm going to go Pittman, Hopkins, and Olave should be back this week with no Michael Thomas and no Jarvis Landry. Still not playing. I start those 3. Those are my 3. Any input, any other advice?
My only hesitation on Olave is only because I do not like Thursday night games.
They love you, though.
Well, kickers love me. I tell you that. I love kickers.
Oh, well, kickers definitely don't love me. I can tell you that.
That's my only hesitation on Chris Olave. I have no problem.
And what about Hopkins?
Him or I start Hopkins because it's his first game back, but I like DeAndre. Not as much as you. So I give him
number 2 favorite receiver all time.
I give him this first week because his first week back, he has a possibility of going, stupid. Yeah. But after that, for me, he's a week to week. See what he is. See how he fits in the offense. Hollywood Brown's out. What does Kyler Murray do? Does he actually? I don't know. Put up points. We'll see. By far his favorite target, and then Zach Ertz is still there.
Yeah.
So.
Huge bump in Zach Ertz this week.
Only wanted to look
so keep an eye out on that. But Z, I'm going Hopkins, Olave, and Pittman. Don't worry about the flex and the running back. Even though you can put Joe, Damian, and Kenneth Walker in, I like. Ooh, wait a minute. Yo, I would start all 3 of your running backs and then do Hopkins and Pittman. But if you really want to start 3 receivers, Olave, Hopkins, and Pittman for me. Curious to know what John and Rooney have to say about that.
I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Because Kenneth Walker can produce a wide receiver 3 numbers as your flex. Easy.
What's your thoughts on Judy?
Very much so inconsistent. Based off his quarterback situation. I love Jerry Jeudy.
He's just not getting the reception.
It's just the passes have been so weak.
Yeah, that offense is just a nightmare right now. I mean, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, whatever tight end plays, that seems who Russell loves. So it's hard to trust a receiver.
I mean, to John's point with Thursday games, Z, because of that, I would put Kenneth Walker ahead of Olave a little bit.
Amazon getting their money's worth, aren't they, with these shit Thursday night games?
Oh yeah.
Oh god,
This
I
one-
love them.
this
Kickers are us.
This is the one I'm excited for though.
It's going to break the mold.
Yeah, because DeAndre Hopkins, I haven't seen him play, in over a year. So
Yeah, I really wish it was a healthy Saints team versus a healthy
Yeah.
Cardinals game. Like Hollywood, D-Hop, Michael Thomas,
oh my
Olave,
gosh,
and oh god, Jameis Winston. Cough. I'm gonna go a little outside the box. I'll go in Hopkins, Juju, and Kenneth Walker as flex.
Ooh.
Going different.
Wow.
I'm thinking
Are you keeping Pittman on the bench?
keeping Pittman on the bench.
Wow.
I've given him quite a few opportunities. I haven't had to play him, thank God. But every week, I feel like I lean to like giving him the benefit of the doubt. And
Okay.
Just hasn't produced.
the thing that scares me, and to go back to what you asked about Pittman,
Mhm.
I think it is a quarterback, but it's also more. It's the offense. I just looked at the stats. Like Pittman's 37th in wide receivers this season.
Yeah.
The next person's Alec Pierce, who kind of just started coming up, right? And he's 49th. Like your two top wideouts aren't in the top 30. Like that's kind of scary for offense. And you have Jonathan Taylor who's battling injury. So that offense is just a nightmare. It's not that I don't trust Michael Pittman. I don't think I trust the Colts offense.
So we have difference of opinions here. So John's advice: Kenneth Walker, Juju, and Hopkins. I'm saying Pittman and Hopkins and Kenneth Walker.
So Hopkins and Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, Hopkins, Kenneth
You
Walker.
decide the third.
Yeah, the third one. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Hell, go with Olave since we both didn't say.
Yeah, honestly. Do you think Keenan will produce? I think so. His most reliable receiver in the middle.
Keenan Allen, is that he's referencing? Yeah, you saw the reality is Mike Williams can't do what he's been doing.
Yeah.
This was a perfect example of this weekend's game. Pat Surtain was all over him. Keenan Allen comes back. If that number one cornerback doesn't go in Keenan, he's going on Mike Williams, and Keenan's open all day, running drag routes left and right, wearing that dope-ass hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Swagged out.
That's the thing with Keenan. He just runs drags almost every other play. Like that, Herbert loves throwing those short passes. Gerald Everett has been the beneficiary of those, but Keenan coming back, he's going to produce 6 receptions, 60 yards, 6 receptions, 70 yards, touchdown. So Keenan Allen is someone I have high hopes with, and
Drag King.
Drag King. Yeah.
Ooh. I love that.
Slow down, baby.
So let's talk about this past week and overreactions. I'm really hoping Darren Waller can step it up. I'm 3-3, start 0-3. I'm on a streak. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, Darren Waller's let a lot of fantasy owner down so far this season.
Yeah.
Preaching to the choir.
Hey, hopefully this bye week that he just had, he got to, really rest, rest up his body. And then in week 8, he comes back and starts producing because we don't want him to do too much week 7
Well, I know Gerald Everett is
on a bye.
is looking on more points
This week.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you planning to start Gerald Everett? Asking for a friend.
We shall see.
Oh,
Yeah.
keeping me on the edge of my seat.
Slow down.
We are projected for the highest points totals
yeah.
this week. Yeah. May the best man win. It's probably going to be you because your team is a lot better than mine. but
Good
it's
luck,
all right.
guys. Let me know how it is from the top with all those points you guys score.
I don't score any. So
I did laugh out loud. I'm just going to interrupt the fucking podcast. This was hysterical. So I put in Bateman, even though he's questionable.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas, also questionable. Looks like I'm going to lose. Actually, surprisingly, 102-77. And that's without a third wide receiver.
Okay.
Michael Thomas projected, even with a questionable, 2 points. And my bench is bye, Bye. Running back.
Bye, Delilah.
Yeah. I think everybody's 3-3 except for Rooney.
Yeah, 5-1. I'm not going to win, so there's no point in me playing. I'm going to bench all my players, give them a week off, let them rest.
I wish I could choose. Not me.
Try hard, Zay. I'm 3-3 right now. Really need this win. Dude, I'm playing against has no players on bye, of course. And I have Delvin and Goddard. Okay, so I'm gonna try and ease your mind here a little bit. Every time Tyreek Hill puts up stupid numbers, which he just did, he had like 10 receptions, 177 yards. He follows that up with a complete dog shit game. So I'm predicting Tyreek Hill get 4.5 points and a half PPR scoring. Breece Hall. The only person I would be really worried about here is Debo and Josh Jacobs. Everyone else is pretty tame. Lamar, probably 20 points. So Zay, honestly, as long as Brian Robinson puts up 11 to 12 points for you, that's a win. You can only put out your best lineup, right? So I don't think you're too far off from winning this week. Tyreek Hill's going to put up a dud. You can come back on here next week and just yell at me if I'm wrong. But, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it at the end of the day. Go Cowboys. Z's a Cowboys fan? Okay. All right, Z, I respect it. Go ahead.
Hey, all of a sudden, what have you done for me lately? Cowboys lose and everybody forgets what Cooper Rush just did for him?
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Respect. Z, CeeDee Lamb had Dak back. Go Cowboys. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb, Dak, good connection. But let's not forget about Michael Gallup and Dak Prescott. That's a great connection.
All right. Touch base on last week's games. You guys stop me when you have input. Starting out with the dog shit Thursday Night Football. Commanders, Bears.
Oh, my God.
Commanders win 12-7.
Shout out Brian Robinson. That's it.
Shout out, Brian
Yeah,
Ross.
you're right.
When I'm right.
You're right.
Ravens, Giants. Giants pull up the upset. Giants are 5-1. NFC East getting intense.
Of course, Z. Anytime, man. Hey, we want to keep up with your team, so let us know how you do this week. Hopefully, it goes well.
Yeah, shout out Bailey Zappi too, baby.
If you guys are here, if you guys don't mind, leave us a like. That would really, really help. Really appreciate all the comments so far. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
All good. Giants Ravens 24-20. Giants complete the upset. Thank God, because I hate the Ravens. Giants looking like a decent team. I'm not going to overshoot them. Not going to overcompliment them. A decent team.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that team looks like it's molded around Saquon Barkley. So if he goes out, then they're going to shit. But decent team. Jaguars, Colts, a little divisional matchup. High scoring, 34-27.
Good game.
What? Yeah. Solid game.
Mm-hmm.
Colts coming back. Maybe. Jaguars falling apart. Very disappointing. Thought they were going to be something-ish. The New England Patriots take down the Browns, 38-15.
Right. Buck Cleveland.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was a double win for you.
I was.
Patriots and Ohio.
Yeah, I know.
And of all teams,
my team.
Of all teams, the Browns is the worst team in Ohio, let's be honest. Yeah, straightforward game. Bill Belichick loves to punish his former teams.
Yeah, he took down a Super Bowl champion quarterback in Jacoby Brissett. It's a big deal.
Former
Super Bowl champion, former Patriot. Got as many rings as Tom Brady does in the past 10 years. That's not true, but
yeah, he's one more. Yeah,
2 more.
Bucks. Yeah, true. Well, Bengals Saints. Bengals come back, take the win. I was in my fellow home of the state of Louisiana. I didn't really watch the game. I saw a couple clips here and there. Last I saw, the Saints were up. Shocker. Saints D, who've underperforming a lot this season with even a defensive-minded head coach, Dennis Allen, and gave up the win to Joey B. Not sure if you guys remember last Tuesday what I said this game was. This was a little homecoming for Joey B and Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Shout out Joe.
You did.
Walking in with Jamar Chase jersey, iced out.
Yeah.
And they did what they did in the national championship game. Jamar Chase went off. Joe Burrow went off. Bengals own. No. Take that back. Joe and Jamar own New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Joe Mixon for still scoring like 14 points at PPR with only 8 rushes.
Shout out Saints D.
Yeah.
For not showing up.
Neither did the Bengals D, though.
Zay's asking if he should be worried about Evans. I don't think so. I think this is just a 2-week
Evans,
slump.
right?
2
Mike
weeks.
Evans?
Yeah, Mike Evans.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a 2-week slump. I want to look at Mike Evans's stats real quick the past couple of games because I know it hasn't been the best. But, I mean, he had 10 points solid for half PPR, and then he had 6 last week. I think it's an overreaction, Zay. I think Mike will – I mean, that offense is not clicking yet. It's just this past game, if you watched it, I mean, it was a terrible game. Brady just could not find any receivers because he was getting pressured every time. So I think it was a one-off. Mike Evans will do Mike Evans things here. If you're really worried, I'd try and trade him. Try and get A.J. Brown if you can. Pair him up with one of your running backs. I know you have solid running like backups, I think. Try and get A.J. Brown. But if not, I'd ride out with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't sweat it. You know, Mike Evans still 15th fantasy wide receiver.
Yeah.
Second wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Bucks. I can't scroll down that far right now. And that offense is just going through Leonard Fournette right now.
Yeah.
When he's hot, he gets the rock. That is what it is. Stay tuned because he will not be hot for long. And Mike Evans shall return. Speaking of Bucks, yep. Steelers, another upset. Steelers. The old Heinz Field, now Acrisure Stadium. Pull off the upset against Tom Beautiful Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Going back to what you just said, I think this is just a slump for the team itself.
Yeah.
Kind of a Bowles team, to be honest. It's kind of what his teams do. They kind of, shout out BA. You know, Bruce is pretty good when it comes to offensive design and play call, as well as quarterback coach. He's not there in that same role. I mean, he's there, but he's not in the same role. It's just sophomore slump.
Yeah.
Your slump, you know, early mid-season slump is what it is. Bucks will be back.
Yeah, Bucks will be back. This is,
Let's be
Nothing to
honest,
worry
it's
about.
the Steelers.
Yep.
The owners would not be back.
49ers, Falcons
Wow.
28-14.
Wow.
Another upset. Oh, I like that in my ear. That sounded kind of cool, to be honest. Kyle Pitts?
Scored a touchdown. Move him now. Move him this week.
Get him out.
If y'all have Kyle Pitts, try your best to pair him up with one of your receivers and move him immediately. That was the only look he got other than, I mean, he had 2 receptions. 2 receptions for like 9 yards and a touchdown, whatever it is. He's so good. He's open. I'm watching the game and he is open. Marcus Mariota decides to close his eyes and just run every fucking time. Marcus Mariota is the new Colin Kaepernick in a sense that he is that bad. Like, he is terrible. Marcus Mariota is not a good quarterback. Book it. Hot take, but Dead ass.
I'm taking the brand with you. That's a
Yeah.
hot take I'm willing to hold as well.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota still hasn't finished the season since 2016.
So frustrating. You have talent on that offense, and you are doing nothing with it. You're doing absolutely nothing with that talent. But if I was a Kyle Pitts owner, which I am, I'm trying to pair him with a wide receiver and move him. Use this 8.5 point week to leverage yourself with a better wide receiver.
As a fellow tight end owner of Zach Ertz, I recommend Zach Ertz. Pretty consistent, honestly. No complaints here. Kyler loves Zach. Pretty good guy to try to pick up. If you pair Kyle with a lower end receiver, I think you can get him for cheap.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I mean, let's be honest. After the Kelsey, Mark Andrews, this season particularly,
drop off.
A huge drop off.
Yeah.
And everybody's averaging between like 8 and 6 points a game in that middle ground. Just go for one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Get your free 6-7 points a game.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have
One more question from Zay.
Zay.
I have Brady Evans stack. Should I trade Brady and a bench player for Burrow to try getting that Burrow Chase stack? Yeah, I mean, if you, I like Brady going forward. Actually, I have him in a couple of leagues. I do love Brady, but Joey B, Jamar stack, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good combo. So if you can, Zay, remind us who your bench players are. Maybe we can give you some input on who you should pair up with Brady. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I love Brady. I don't think it's wrong keeping Brady, but Burrow and Jamar is a pretty solid stack too. Oh, Jacob's back. Runes, Jake.
Welcome back, Jacob. He's got a question. How should we feel about Swift coming back this week and the kind of workload he will get?
Great question. As a DeAndre Swift owner, I'm being a little biased here, so I'm gonna defer to John or Rooney on this one.
Oh, you are.
Yeah,
Well, if we have the same opinion.
I'll chime in. Oh,
Okay.
I like that.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the same way D Hop's coming back, I am looking forward to DeAndre Swift coming back. I think he does what he needs to do. I'm pulling up their schedule this week.
Played the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good run defense,
Yeah, solid run D.
but Miles Sanders went off against them.
Miles Sanders went off, and Cowboys' rush D is actually better than their run D. Therefore, I think they're forced to run the ball a little bit more. DeAndre Swift can catch the ball,
There we go.
run the ball,
Yep.
pass the ball if
What?
he wanted to.
What?
Oh, aren't that American?
Yeah,
You slide W. You pay taxes, don't you?
yeah.
Little bit.
Yeah, no, I like Swift.
Because Swift is so elusive in the back in a sense that he is so he's a dual threat, pass catching and running. I think he'll produce this week. As far as workload, he's had 5 weeks to recover, or 3 weeks, however long he was out for. I think they'll probably manage his snaps. I would say get about 60% of the snaps. So I don't think you have to worry too much about that, to be honest, Jacob. Just as my opinion. I don't know for sure, but I think Swift is a solid start this week for sure. Pass catching ability is just insane.
Yeah, don't be surprised if Williams gets a goal line touch or something like that. But I think Swift gets majority of the carries.
Got Z. Another question from Z. Should be obvious, but start Dak or Patty Mahomes. They're projected the same. Mahomes playing the Niners. Dak's playing the Lions.
Ooh, so Z is a confirmed Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
John's favorite team. The
America's
Lions.
team. What are you talking about, man? Playing every primetime possible game, even though it's terrible. As far as the matchup itself, I do prefer the Lions over the Niners, but it's hard for me to go against Patty Mahomes. He figures shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And the Niners are not the team I thought they were going to
I mean,
be.
Marcus Mariota just had like 20 points against them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I personally, I go with Mahomes.
I'm with John on that one.
Yeah.
Man's footwork is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's, yeah, I'm going Mahomes, Z. Even though you love your boy Dak, give him 1 week to get used to that offense again. And then you can ride out with him. Maybe trade Mahomes if you want. Ooh, Zay. Dobbs, Connor, Myers, Brian Robinson, Sutton. Very, very,
A lot
very
of
solid.
good players
That's
on
why
the waivers. I don't know who I should drop to pick up.
it's in my league. I don't know who I should drop to pick up. Of course. That's a good
Who
question.
can you pick up? Who's the big pickups?
I don't want, yeah. I would drop Dobbs among those people on your list. I love Sutton. I love Brian Robinson. I know Sutton had an off week, but he had J.C. Jackson on him essentially. Not J.C. Jackson, but their corners were solid, and Russell Wilson sucks. Jacoby Myers, I'm really, really, really high on this week.
Yep. Tell me more. Or will we have to wait for the waiver wire pickup?
We might have to wait.
Okay.
Jacoby Myers is someone I think is just a huge part of that offense. His floor is very high, in my opinion. James Conner, he's so touchdown dependent.
Mm-hmm.
Romeo Dobbs has the ability. He had 9 targets. I know he only had 20 yards, but 9 targets. That's a big deal. It's between Dobbs and Connor. Zay, you have the option to, if you're picking up a running back, I would drop James Conner. If you were picking up if you were picking up a wide receiver, I would drop Dobbs.
Yeah,
You
I
know
agree
what I'm
with that. Definitely for me, it's Myers, Robinson, Sutton have to stay in this list. I never was a big James Conner fan.
Yeah.
The Arizona offense is kind of iffy. Is when in the running, whatever committee you want to call it, including Kyler Murray, if he runs.
Wow. All right, Zay, we're gonna skip Jacob real quick, and go and finish off your question here. He has Montgomery, Gallup, Etienne, Tua, Carr are all. You don't. Yeah, Zay, you don't need no quarterback.
I would say right off the bat, pick up David Montgomery. Who's his running backs though? Did he say his running backs were already?
See, I like. John is not as high on this person, even though John has him on his team. I like where Etienne is going. His production has only improved week to week, but Montgomery is the starting running back. He is the RB1. For me, it's between if you're dropping Dobbs, pick up Gallup. If you're dropping, or heck, you can drop Dobbs for Gallup and then drop Connor for Montgomery or Etienne. I don't think you're going to be messing up there if you choose either one.
Yeah, Jags playing the Giants, Bears playing the Pats. I definitely drop Dobbs for Gallup in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And
I'm high on Gallup.
I take David. I'm not a huge fan of David Montgomery. I've been over, but I take him every single day over James Conner.
Yeah.
I just like his dependability.
Yeah. So I'm with John on this one. Montgomery, then Etienne.
He has to. So he's going to play Saquon and one of these because Dalvin is out this week. So,
well, Montgomery plays New England.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one.
Asian plays Giants. Who could be a great matchup.
Yeah, that could be a great matchup. If that's the case, I'm picking up Etienne. Just for this week, because you don't really need them. And Etienne has a higher upside than David Montgomery because we know what David Montgomery is. Very solid running back. Etienne, just 4 weeks, 5 weeks down the line, could be that starter. He's a great pass catching running back. He had like 8 rushes for 80 yards this week.
Oh, long-term bench players.
Yeah, for sure. Gallup and Etienne. That would be mine long term.
Yeah, he doesn't need.
Yeah, Brian Robinson this week. So Etienne would be mine, but reluctantly saying that. Yeah, Etienne and Gallup.
You want to get to Jacob? Or John, you got anything to add to that? Mr. Montgomery?
Montgomery, Alabama. Thank you.
Should I leave? No, you shouldn't leave Montgomery on waivers, but you have no choice. You can't drop anyone else.
Take everybody.
Opinion. Unless you want to drop Jacoby Myers, but I wouldn't. I like Jacoby Myers. He has a high floor. Well, maybe Montgomery.
I like Gallup for this week though.
Yeah.
I mean the Lions.
Yeah.
Dak back. To go back what I didn't say for Z about Dak, but Dak and back, Gallup. Gallup had no chemistry with Cooper Rush because he was hurt. So
Yeah.
This week I like Gallup. But rest of the season, we'll see.
Yeah. So too,
That's
looking
tough.
long term, Zay, leave Montgomery on the bench. I mean on the waivers, sorry. Jacob.
All right. Need a quarterback to stream this week because Cousins is on bye. Options are Matty Ice, Danny Dimes, Marcus Mariota, and Tannehill. All right. Matty Ice is playing the Titans.
Danny Dimes.
Giants are playing, of course, the Jags. And then where's the Falcons game? Falcons, Bengals, and what was the other one?
Ryan Tannehill.
Tannehill
Plays the Colts.
Colts. Yep. That's a divisional game. That's tough. That could be a fucking 10-7 game.
Yep.
I tend to stay away from those type of games. But could be also be the week that the Colts can get their offense going. I don't like Tannehill only because I think Derrick Henry could have a big game. Man, the Giants are hot. I will say that about Danny Dimes. Giants are hot.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But if you put a gun to my head and I had to choose, I'm going Daniel Jones. Only because he has the highest floor. Matt Ryan can give you like 7 points, or he could give you 20 points. Ryan Tannehill give you 11 points. Marcus Mariota is not even on my list as a quarterback.
Yeah, he's the last for me on this list.
I mean, I think any of us in this table can do better throwing with our feet. So Marcus Mariota is just out. So I'm going Daniel Jones first, then Matt Ryan, and then Ryan Tannehill.
Same, exact same for me.
Yeah.
Yep. And for me, Matty Ice and Tannehill is almost a flip of a coin. It's that close.
Yeah.
But I think Derrick Henry has a big week. Deters Tannehill.
Bailey Zappi. Nah, I would stay away. Okay, Zay. You have to pick up 2 out of the 3. Gallup, Montgomery, and Etienne. I'm going Gallup for sure.
Who has the less chance of getting picked up this week because I can drop Tanyan after this week? Well, this is a huge bye week for a lot of people. So the chances of Gallup, Montgomery because of name recognition, Gallup because Dak's coming back, I think they're going for sure. Asian, if he's still not picked up, I'm wondering why someone hasn't picked him up yet, because honestly, he's a great bench stash. And hope the third last.
Who has the less chance of getting picked up this week? Who has the less chance? I'd say
Gallup for sure is getting picked up. He has the
think so.
Yeah. Dak coming back, horde bye week for a lot of people. between Montgomery and Etienne for me. People are scared of Etienne, I think, because of James Robinson, and they don't know enough about him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's not his rookie season, but it is because he got hurt. But what he did in college, if he can translate half of that in the NFL,
I'm still looking. You don't need David Montgomery, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to put up stupid numbers this week, so I'd go Gallup and Etienne. He might still be there next week. I know name recognition and everything, but I just think Etienne has a higher ceiling long term. He has a potential to have a high ceiling. That's my opinion. Bailey Zappi, I mean, it's not a bad pickup, Jacob. It would be between Daniel Jones and Bailey Zappi if he starts. If he doesn't, let's see. Let's make sure I get this right. Zappi actually put up. Where is he? I think Mac Jones might play. Let's see. He put up 18.5 points, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Playing Chicago. It's at home. They're going to run the ball. I think Zappi, if he plays, I'd pick him up over Daniel Jones. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. If he plays, obviously. If he doesn't play, then go with Daniel Jones. But I don't mind that. You are risking it a little bit. But why not? All right.
say Lovey.
Hey, thanks for all the questions, guys. Really appreciate it. I like it, Zay. I like it. Picked up Etienne and Gallup. That's my boy.
Shout out Jennings, Louisiana. Travis Etienne.
Hell yeah.
Want to know how that goes? Come on next week. Let us.
Yeah, let me know. I think he'll still be there for sure, just because of how he produces this week. If he's still there next week, hopefully, I'll be dropping Robert Tonyan. God, and lost. Oh, you did? I think we did see your comment about that, right?
I think so.
Yeah. We did see your comment about that. I was like, wow.
Ray. A 134. A 267. A 764. Would you trade Fournette or Cook for JT or not do it? Also, Dak or Kyler this week?
That's a hard question.
Lot of Cowboy questions this week.
That's a hard question. Would you trade Fournette or Cook for Jonathan Taylor or not do it? What's your record, Ray? Am I starting Dak or Kyler? Who do Cowboys play again?
Giants.
Oh, divisional game. That's a big one.
No, wait. No, Giants or Jaguars. I'm sorry. Cowboys, Lions. Detroit Lions. 5-1. Okay, so you're not too desperate.
Oh, yeah. Damn, so you just want to be greedy. You're trying to get JT.
Welcome to the club.
Pains me to say this, but man, Leonard Fournette has been consistent this season.
I would trade Fournette for JT. I would. You can afford to lose.
Yeah.
I like JT, but I don't know when he's coming back. I think he practiced on a limited basis, but I think they're really taking his time. Zay scored 160 and lost. That's crazy. That week I played against Josh Allen. That's why Gabriel Davis freaking. Yeah, and Derrick Henry. God bless. It's all right, Zay. It's one of those weeks where you can't do anything. You can put up every time someone every fantasy player goes through a week like that where you have no control over the other team at all.
But yeah, TJ Hawkinson going 35 points.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Going back to his question, I have my reserves for Fournette because of consistency right now, but I would 100% trade Cook for JT. That's a no-brainer for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, difference of opinions here. I like it.
Yeah.
You're trading one injury-prone running back for JT, who doesn't really get injured, but
Wait, he's trading away JT? Is that what he's asking? I'm saying if he has Cook, trade him for JT.
would you trade Fournette or Cook for JT? I assume he's trading for JT.
Okay.
With 5-1. I wouldn't mind that. Seems like Fournette has a high floor.
Fournette has a high floor this season,
Yeah.
particularly compared. You're talking about a number. Running back averages 13 points a game and 12, so it's a fucking flip of a coin. Fournette's just the offense right now for the Bucks.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing Dalvin Cook for JT. If you can afford it for a couple weeks, if JT doesn't play this week and next week, then I would do it. Long-term, JT would be a better player.
Answer your second question.
That's a
Dak
hard
or
one.
Kyler? I will throw my notorious red flag up. Kyler, of course, is a Thursday night play. That is a red flag for me. That's my own personal reservations. I don't like Thursday night, especially quarterback. Short weeks are not good for NFL offenses, in my opinion, as well as the NFL players have been vocal about it. But he gets D-Hop back.
This is a hard one for me. I love Kyler Murray.
Yeah, you get Dak coming back for the first time, and then you get Kyler on a Thursday. If this is both on a Sunday, I take Kyler pretty easily. But the Thursday night games is
And it's against the Saints. Defense pretty solid.
decent, yeah. Losing his second or first favorite weapon. I mean, him and Zach Ertz were their favorite.
Yeah.
Getting back his favorite target from last year. It's it pains me to do this, but I say Dak. Dak versus the Lions.
I agree. I mean, I don't think there's a better game for Dak to come back to.
The worst defense in the NFL.
We're with you, Ray. We're doing Dak. And shout out to Z. Being a Cowboys fan, might be happy with that decision.
He's asking if he's delusional, thinking they might win out or lose one more.
Man, hey, whatever you smoking, hey, go ahead and send it down to Georgia, bro. Whatever you smoking, just go ahead and send it down here. Ain't nowhere in heck they're going to lose one more, bro. I'm going to say 2.
As he says, Dallas schedule
Plus
too
3.
easy. Let me see.
And they do have an easy schedule.
Yeah, except they play the Eagles again, so that's for sure one loss,
Yeah,
right? Oh,
yeah.
shots fired.
No, the Eagles got the easiest schedule in the world.
Oh, my God.
They have an easier schedule than my life.
Yeah, let me rattle off the Lions, Cowboys, Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings, Giants, Colts, Texans, Jaguars, Eagles, Titans, Commanders. That's a pretty goddamn easy schedule. Hot take here, Z. You guys lose the Packers game. You lose back-to-back. You lose the Packers, you lose to the Vikings, and you lose to the Eagles.
Damn, we're trying to gain a subscriber. What are we doing?
I'm just being real about America's team here. And you cough up one against the
Giants.
Have they played the Giants already? Yeah, they beat the Giants, so that means you lose to the Giants. 4 more losses. Sorry, it's going to be a tough road, but you're still making the playoffs, baby.
Z, I'm with you, bro. I'm going to say y'all lose 2 more. Y'all go 12-4 or whatever. I think 17 games now, so whatever it is. Right? 17? 18 games?
16
Still
games,
16?
but it's 17 weeks?
Is it still 16?
I don't
They ain't doing the 18
I
games?
thought it's 16.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say y'all have 4 losses. One of them will be against the Packers. And the other one, you can just pick one. Yeah. Zay says Zay, I'm a guarantee right now. Tyreek won't drop 30 points. Nothing more than 8 points this week. I'm booking that. Book it, baby. I got you, Zay. I got you. He's keeping Cook over JT, not because of skill, just because Cook is my favorite player. Keenan gonna have to be an every week starter for me when he comes back. 1,000%. Keenan Allen comes back, he's an every week starter. No,
Pretty much for everybody.
yeah. Justin Herbert needs Keenan Allen.
Unless James Robinson gets hurt, then Asian has to be starting. Yep.
Yo, that'll be beast.
Z.
Hot take: Ravens miss playoffs. I would love that. Matter of fact, that's a cold take. That's the coldest take I've heard tonight.
In this room, it's cold as shit. That's for sure.
Yeah, I freaking can't stand the Ravens.
Both Harbaugh brothers choke at the end. No, I have even a hotter take. If I'm going to double down on your comment and say that Lamar Jackson will not get a Super Bowl ring in his career.
Ooh, I like that. I like that take.
Until he gets traded this year and then
To the
ends up at something like that.
We already got Cam Newton. I don't need another running quarterback. Hot take, Ravens. Okay. I also have Ertz and Hopkins, so a lot of Thursday. Ooh, I like that combination, though.
I do too. Ertz is a solid tight end.
I like that combination, but I still stick with Dak. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that would be 3.
Yeah. I stick with Dak.
Yeah, I do not like the 3 players on a Thursday.
Got a GNAV TJ.
Welcome to the stream. Hey, guys. Yeah, sorry. If you guys enjoy so far, please go ahead and leave us a thumbs up. Helps us pay for our kids' food. All three of us, all 3 of our kids.
We hungry.
We hungry over here. Wow. And if you do enjoy it, please go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers by the end of December. If we do that, Rooney will do a live stream naked.
Whoa.
Waist up for YouTube. Waist up.
Waist up.
Family friendly.
Yeah. Joking about that. I know, man. Trying to
but if we do get to 100 subscribers, I will take my shirt off for a full podcast. By the end of December. Merry Christmas.
You can see you got them eyes.
Only thing I won't do is tattoo Cowboys on me, Z. Nowhere on my body.
Rooney gets a tattoo of the Cowboys if we get to 50 subscribers.
Chill, bro.
No, okay. Sorry. Let's stick with EPL. Liverpool.
Liverpool. Chance.
Yeah.
I'm cutting my whatever it is off wherever it gets tattooed. Yeah.
Would that be the worst team to get tattooed on?
Yes.
You know what? I will say this.
No. Hey, think about it. Remember what you did for that one time?
Oh,
and you broke it. I didn't hold you to it. You broke it.
Did I?
Yeah, you said you weren't going to eat dessert for 30 days, but you ended up eating it that night because that dude won the damn challenge.
But I will get a tattoo if we get to 50 subscribers.
Now we're getting back to GNAV TJ here. Should I trade Kyler and Amari Cooper for Dak and Waddle?
Dak is coming back, huh?
Kyler and Amari.
Don't hold it a comeback.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because Amari Cooper has proven me wrong the past 3 weeks. They ain't got no one else to throw to other than David Njoku. And I like Kyler Murray because he's starting to run the ball. He's starting to use his feet. He had 100 yards this past week running the ball. He said he wants to run more. I don't like the consistency of Jalen Waddle. Just not someone I can rely on. And with Tua's injury, he can leave any given week. I stick with Kyler and Amari. Deshaun Watson come back week 11, week 12. You'll have Amari, Deshaun for the playoffs. That's how I'm looking at it long term.
All right. Going down. No brainer to start Hill if he's QB, right? Taysom?
Yeah, talking about Taysom, Ray? Jamar projected points going up to 18 looks nice. Yeah, doesn't look nice against me this week. But I agree. I agree.
Yeah, Taysom Hill. It's tough. Ray, I had Taysom Hill one year and lucked out on his quarterback tight end debacle that the ESPN app didn't fix. But then I actually played him at quarterback a couple times. It's tough, man. Him moving to quarterback, you just lose that dynamic of him being a slot, a running back, a tight end, a wide receiver, a special team person. You just lose too much. And so his value actually goes down, in my
I
opinion.
like that. Yeah, I like that take. I wouldn't start him at quarterback. Jamar projected points. I tried so hard to trade for bruh. You and me both, Zay. That's why I fuck with you, bro. Like you and I connect like that. D-Hop, my favorite receiver. I want him on my team. I offered someone Debo Samuels and Kyle Pitts for DeAndre Hopkins. That if I had never seen a fair trade, that is a extremely fair trade. He needs a tight end, and Debo Samuels is a wide receiver too.
Yeah, it's crazy. How'd you get him?
I mean, that's a great trade. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to get D-Hop on every team I have. Bengals get out first round of playoffs. I'm not even sure if they make it, to be honest. That was my team to not make the playoffs this year. It was the Bengals.
Yeah, mine was the Chiefs.
Ray says, yes, man. Yeah, start him at. You can start him at tight end, but keep in mind he could have 3 points or he could have 30 points.
Yeah,
just know that
if he does get started as a quarterback, though, ESPN will fix it. They fixed it after the second week when I had him. So just keep an eye on that. But if they don't, yeah, that's a fucking cheat. He got me 35 points at my tight end that week. So that is a cheat.
Nuts.
Shout out to ESPN. They actually did something right. Espen did something right by doing something wrong.
Ooh.
They have Chase figured out.
Yeah, they do.
That's why I'm trying to trade for T. Higgins. It's not working out well. I don't have a fucking wide receiver.
They have Chase figured out in the sense of, hey, let's go ahead and double cover Chase. But then they realize, oh, he's faster than I thought. And then Chase breaks away for 60 yards.
All right, we're gonna pause chat for a second and just power through last week's game so we can keep the train rolling. Jets Packers. Jets pull up another upset, 27-10. Raj misses DA more than I miss a good corn dog with mustard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Vikings Dolphins. JJ comes back. I am dying. Excuse me. Vikings Dolphins 24-16. Vikings take the win. Rams beat the Panthers. No shock there. Seahawks upset the Cardinals. That's a divisional game. Don't put much emphasis on that. But if you're like me, you can just sit there waiting for Cliff Kingsbury to be Sean McVay's right-hand man. Bills beat the Chiefs. I did get to see 3 plays of this game in the airport. God, I'm so jealous I missed this game. This should have been the primetime game. Sorry, Z. The Cowboys should have been the 4:25. The Bills Chiefs should have been the Sunday night football game. God, was that. I sucks that I missed that game. And then we have Z's Cowboys gets their second loss out of 6 that I'm predicting of the season to the Eagles. Great divisional game. Honestly, the NFC is the NFC East. Turning into pretty solid division.
Yes.
You know, you got Cowboys 2 losses, Giants 1 loss. Eagles are still the only undefeated team. Then you have those commies over there in Washington, D.C. They did it to themselves. And then finally, Monday night game, final overtime thriller. I don't know if there could have been a more offensively worse coached game, in my opinion. Back and forth. Don't even know the guy's name to insult him, but man, that Broncos coach is trying to give away his job. Honestly, I don't know what he's doing. Chargers pull off the win. They were the favorite, 19-16. It was a good, boring game.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
because I was excited to see some offensive fireworks, and they just never happened.
Never panned out.
But that's week 6 of the NFL slate. Jealous I missed all of it except for a game and a half, essentially. But yeah, another solid week in NFL. We'll touch base on a couple chats here. Ray, bro, I invested in Keenan and D-Hop since week 2. If they start going off, I'm goated. Yes, you are. So if you could get Devontae Adams in that mix, then you might be able to, I don't know, slide in Gal Gadot's DMs or something.
Hey.
To the moon.
Hey. Chase's top 3 in run after catch. Jamar Chase was
1,000% agree.
he was
there.
top receiver in college, I think, for yards after catch as well. I mean, he was the receiver in college. Him and Joey B just have something.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was going to continue into the NFL. I didn't think it was going to be as dominant going back to last season as well as this season. That's rare. It's something I'm hoping Trevor Lawrence figures out with Travis Etienne, because what they had in Clemson was also amazing. So yeah, Chase is probably top in yards after catch, to be honest. Him and Deebo Samuels. Bengals versus Saints. The Saints defense so overhyped. Happy we lost, to be honest. If Rush going undefeated could have put pressure on Dak. Yeah, that was I think me and Aaron and I talked about that during the game. It's like, oh, Cowboys lose, so now they're going to go right back to Dak. But yeah, if Coop got that win, man, that would have put some pressure on old Jared Jones. Jones Party Bush.
Yeah.
He's already feeling the pressure, him and Robert Kraft. Bengals Saints defense is so overhyped. I could not agree more. They're one of my sleeper teams of the season going in. Our first podcast we did, I picked them to make the playoffs. Now, by no means, and you can go back and listen, I said, I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but I'm saying the Saints are going to make the playoffs. Dennis Allen, defensive coach. Saints consistently always had a good D. This year, not so much.
No.
I mean, right before the season, they traded away their second cornerback. Didn't get much for him. And, yeah, defense is definitely overhyped. But that's coming from a Cowboys fan. I know there's a little rivalry there. All right. Waiver
wire.
Highly anticipated.
Is
Wake
it
up.
though?
Wake up. I'll bet you.
Maybe I'll fake sleep.
Bala's waiver wire pickups in 3, 2.
And 1. Here we go. My top 5 waiver wire pickup, waiver wire ads of the week. Are we ready? Is everyone ready?
Number
This.
5.
Number 5.
Or
Is
6.
your buddy ready?
Is your body? My body's ready.
What if
Been
I'm
ready.
stuck? That's a good call.
Been a while. Yeah, good callback. Great
Been a while.
I
callback.
never do it though,
Yeah.
so it's all right.
It's so fun to get stuck sometimes.
Sometimes it is.
Stuck in a-
So number 5 on this list, not super high, not someone I'm like gonna burn my 1, 2, 3 waiver pick on, top 3, but Josh Reynolds for the Detroit Lions, half point PPR. He's passed 4 games, 10.5, 12, 17.5, and 12. Pretty solid performances. Jared Goff, Josh Reynolds obviously played together in Los Angeles. They have that connection. I don't anticipate that he will continue this trend like all season, but next few weeks maybe, because they do have weapons coming back that might take away his production. So he's my 5th. At number 4, this guy's only rostered in 16% of leagues. That is
One more than 15.
one more than 15. Actually, I'll put him at my number 3.
Oh, okay.
I'll put him at my number
Reverse.
3. Reverse. With that being said, Alec Pierce, only 40% owned in Yahoo Fantasy Leagues. Alec Pierce is Matt Ryan's favorite white receiver. That's right. You heard it right. I said white receiver. past 4 games, 7.5, 10, 12, 11.5. Matt Ryan somehow is finding him with the targets 5, 6, 9, 7. He's getting about 50 yards per game. Pretty solid. For me, long term play here with Alec Pierce. Next up, number 3, we have a guy that people are assuming is going to be like the number 1 waiver ad for the week, but I'm going to put him at number 3. That's Robbie Anderson.
The Arizona Cardinal,
Robbie Anderson. I mean, he's a talented receiver, but I think he's a very one-dimensional receiver. He will get you 100 yards or 80 yards, but it's not weekly. He'll put up 4 points one week, and then he'll give you 16, and then 4, then 16. So keep that in mind. I just think he is number 3 pickup because Marquise Brown is out. He becomes the number 3 receiver. Notice I said number 3 because people are going to sleep on this guy. This guy is my 3B pickup of the week. Rondell Moore, wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. Owned in 45% of Yahoo leagues. Kyler Murray's been going to him a few times the past couple games. I think he gets bumped up just because he knows the offense already. Kyler trusts him enough. So it's D-Hop 1, Rondell 2, Robbie Anderson 3. At some point, Robbie will take over Rondell's position, but not in the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's my 3B pickup. Number 2 on my list. Now, this guy's owned quite a bit at one point. He was actually even drafted. But Jacoby Myers, he's owned in a lot of leagues, but for some reason he's still out there in a lot as well. I think he's still out there in 40% of leagues. Jacoby Myers needs to be owned. He needs to be owned.
Maybe not in our league. Will he be available after tomorrow morning?
We'll find out.
We'll find out on next week's episode.
So he's my 2. Please pick him up. Very, very high floor. Very high floor. I have a 2B, and that's Kenyon Drake. Baltimore Ravens running back. Came in with 10 rushes and put up 17.5 points. 2 touchdowns, 119 yards. Where did Kenyon Drake come from? Like how? J.K. Dobbins went out for a little bit with his knee issue. So Kenyon Drake came in. This might be a very if you're desperate at running back, these next 2 are someone that you can probably rely on for the next couple weeks. With that being said, my number 1 pickup for the week, based off last night's game, Latavius Murray. Latavius Murray is only owned in 16% of Yahoo fantasy leagues. He is going to be the early down back, in my opinion. He had 15 carries last week. Yesterday with 66 yards. Second week with the Broncos. Didn't play the first game with the Broncos. Puts up 15 carries, 66 yards. I think he will be the early down back. And then Mike Boone. Mike Boone will be the pass catching back. So Lat Murray's my number 1 pickup. If you're desperate at running back, go ahead and use that early waiver, that top waiver priority on him. I think they clearly want to run the ball. I don't know why, but they clearly do. So Melvin Gordon is essentially out of there. Those are my top 5.
Very nice.
So we have at 5. Do we remember?
Tell me the team. I got Rondell Moore. Don't disappoint me.
No, I'm not disappointed. I'm just upset.
Oh, I was looking at
No, I'm just kidding. We have Josh Reynolds. And then?
Is it number 4? We got top 3.
the human
guys,
brain
top
can only
3.
remember 3 numbers.
Alec
right?
Pierce.
Yeah, he should be in your top 3. What?
Alec Pierce could be number 3. Robbie Anderson could be number 4. Or Rondell Moore could be number 4. Honestly, those 3 are very interchangeable. Yeah. 2?
Jacoby Myers.
Number 1.
Latavius Murray.
And? He's like,
He's a top 3, Dan.
yeah, look at his face. He's like,
Huh?
no, there's 2B.
One more?
I mean, I'm not going to go with the B. I'm going to go with the A.
Hey, Kenyon Drake. All right, those are mine. Let's go to comments. Runes, we got any?
Yeah, we got a new viewer, Sae Alana. I hope I'm saying that right. Should I trade Mark Andrews for Devonta Smith, Keenan Allen, and Zach Ertz?
Whoa, that's a big trade. Let me hear that again.
Wait. Mark Andrews for Devonta Smith, Keenan Allen, Zach Ertz.
That is what I call a blockbuster trade.
That is a lot.
Blockbuster, that's still around.
Only in Alaska?
No, in Seattle,
Ah.
I think.
Somewhere.
Portland, sorry. No, Oregon. Okay, real quick. Appreciate the question, first of all. Can we ask what your record is? Because that will, and then your team. If you don't mind listing out your team, would really love to know that.
Yeah, at least your wide receivers.
Yeah. Do we have another one?
Yeah, Z. Ayuk on waivers. Should I pick him up? I have Cup, Hopkins, Pittman, Juju, Judy, and Olave. I have a lot of wide receivers, so I don't know if I need him. Here's the thing. You do have a lot of wide receivers. However, I personally value Ayuk over Jerry Judy, so I would drop for that. And if you're feeling spicy, I could see you also giving up Olave for Ayuk as well. Olave right now is situational, though, and I would not drop him. But Jerry Judy for me is 100%.
For me, I'm going to take a different route with this one. I am not high on Juju, only because he's been very inconsistent. Pat Mahomes goes to whoever is hot that day. For me, it's Ayuk for Juju, but I think Ayuk can be owned. This is his breakout game. We knew this was coming. Unfortunately, it came the week I traded him. But I think Ayuk should be owned. And I don't think you can go wrong dropping Judy for Ayuk. But for me, among those receivers, I would like to drop Juju. I just don't trust that. I trust the Chiefs offense. I just don't trust the personnel other than Travis Kelce for me.
I love Travis.
Hope we were able to answer that question there for you, Z. Should I trade Mark Andrews for Devonta Smith, Keenan Allen? And is it a PPR? That's another question I would love to know. Sire.
That is a lot, man.
So just off first glance at this, what do you think?
My first glance says he's trading away Mark Andrews for these people, right? I'm reading that correctly.
Yep.
My first glance would say yes.
Okay.
Only because Zach Ertz is a solid tight end that'll get you consistent points. Now, he's not going to put up Mark Andrews numbers by any reason. I was looking at the tight end earlier. Like, there's such a huge drop-off. Mark Andrews is averaging 12 points a game, if you break down.
Yeah.
It's not astronomical compared to Zach Ertz at 7, a 5 versus a 2. So if I'm getting that much value, I like the trade.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not as high on Devonta Smith, but I'm high on Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
So I think you get arguably a wide receiver 1 out of it. with Devontae Smith has been getting worked into that offense a lot more in the Eagles.
Yeah.
So if I'm getting and giving Mark Andrews away, then I take this trade.
I'm with John completely on this one.
There's too much value to pass up.
Yeah. Too much value. I think you do trade. Oh, happy early birthday, Z. Birthday luck for this week. Hey, wish us some luck too, especially me.
What's tomorrow? Yeah,
All right.
shout out Z. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Appreciate you coming through. Happy early birthday.
Yeah, happy early birthday.
Hopefully, we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, come through.
Hey, for your happiness, I hope I'm wrong. 4 more losses. Shout out Z. Thanks for joining, dude. Thanks for, by my math standards, now it's Louisiana education. Looks like you liked the stream, so I do appreciate that.
Appreciate it, Z.
Have a great night.
Come through, bro.
Happy birthday.
Awesome, Z. Appreciate it, brother.
So yeah, I don't think there's a place where I don't take this trade.
Yeah, same.
Appreciate the sub, man, and the like. Shout out.
Yeah.
Z Money 15. I know those Roman numerals.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Romans, man.
Hey.
Shout out. It could be Roman or Greek, to be honest. It's Poseidon or it's fucking Neptune. Either way.
It's Reek. That's what it is. Groman?
Don't you ever upset my gods like that ever again. Zeus heard you. I'm fucking watching you.
So I'd say we got about 9 more minutes in the stream.
Yep.
Anything we want to go over other than
As far as the stream goes, if you guys have any last minute questions, any comments, concerns, feel free to drop us a question.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions on my team really quick.
Absolutely.
I don't know how biased or unbiased this is going to be from these
shit.
point.
I ain't gonna say shit.
No.
I gotta play the enemy. No, I'm just kidding. That's you.
He helped draft your team
Yeah, he did.
and did a pretty fucking good job.
Yeah,
Too good, some would say.
Yeah,
Because I was sitting on the other side of you.
but you were.
No, go ahead. What you got?
DK or Gallup this week?
This week? Who's Seahawks playing?
They play the Chargers.
Chargers and the Lions.
I'm
Dude,
thinking of Gallup.
I'm not going to lie. I really like Gallup versus the Lions.
How'd you get Gallup?
Because I
Bastard.
tuned in, listened to
Damn
the
it.
waiver wires.
I wanted Gallup so bad. But I was like, there's no way I'm getting him.
What about, do you like Rashad Bateman? How much do you like him?
I love Rashad Bateman.
What
You know my
about
hype
Adam
for
Robinson? I am so fucked this week.
If I'm being unbiased, Cortland Sutton got shut down by that Chargers.
Jason
quarterback.
Jackson.
DK can also get shut down. Cortland Sutton is as talented as DK Metcalf. I'd go Gallup.
I was leaning towards that way, but
I'd go Gallup.
and also
God damn it.
J.K. Dobbins, is he going to be good for the rest of the season?
Good's very relative.
Healthy?
I got a bunch of running backs if you want to trade.
No, me first. Travis Etienne, he likes him.
Yeah, I do like
I need a
Travis
wide receiver
Etienne.
so bad, goddamn mad already.
You actually have a good bench, no, of receivers, or no?
I'll take a gander at your team.
Ooh, are we gonna see a potential trade on the stream?
Of 2 people going against each other?
And not me. I'm sleeping with the devil.
Red
Red Devils.
He's spicy there.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than completing a trade and then losing by that play that same week.
Yep, not doing it. I've been there.
Let's take a look at the number 1 on his bench. J.K. Dobbins, Darren Waller, Russell Wilson, Garrett Wilson, Michael Gallup. Starting receivers, Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, and Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah, bench a little lacking. Your receivers in bench a little lacking. Your backup running back isn't that great right now, just due to J.K. Dobbins being.
Yeah. That's why I ask. I'm not too sure if going forward.
I wouldn't drop him yet,
No.
but I'll tell you who you can pick up and stash him for now. Put him in your IR, which is an open spot. It doesn't count against your roster spot. Gus Edwards.
Gus Bus.
Gus Edwards. He was the starting running back for them last year and the year before that. Killed it. So he had an injury, so he's been out all season. I would stash him because when he comes back, he could take over that backfield just because J.K. Dobbins we've seen flashes, but that knee's clearly bothering him.
Yeah.
I'd stash Gus. Matter of fact, I might even stash. I can't actually. I have Eli Mitchell in my IR, but you have one IR spot you can use. Put him there. And as far as running backs, your receiving core is fine. To be honest, you don't even got to worry about that. Garrett Wilson will continue to do well.
Yeah, I'd start Gallup. Yeah, I like Gallup.
Thank you, boys.
And what else? You had asked a question earlier that we wanted to go over.
Oh, I was just going to ask if there was any hot players this week that you think it was just a freak week and, they're just not going to continue, but maybe people are high on them just from this week.
Oh, just this past week?
Yeah,
just this past
Tyquan Thornton for the New England Patriots. You won't see that 18-point game again this season, I don't think. You might see like a 10, but I think that was just fake news.
Yeah, let me look at the little running back. No. I don't think Kenyon Drake gives you that every week.
Yes,
even
agreed.
if Dobbins that's just a committee. It's going to turn into a committee. Who else we had a running back that did? Nobody else in the top. It's 15. Jim McCow Hasty for Jaguars puts up 11. Don't what? Did I fuck it up? Jim McCow.
Is it Jermichael?
Is it Jermichael? Now that I see that capital M. Fucking told you it was gonna happen, dude.
Wait. Algieri. Algier?
What?
Algier?
One more time.
Algier?
I can't say anything.
Tyler Algier.
Algier.
Yeah.
Jay McCow. Jim McCow. Jim McCow.
I was like, who the fuck is that? This is Jim McCow.
Uncultured fuck. I don't ever see him doing that again.
Yeah,
you have James Robinson and Travis Etienne in front of him. I can say Etienne. It was a fucking weird ass name, but goddamn, J. Michael. Props to your mom and dad for naming it, like to spell it that way.
Mm-hmm. Chase Claypool, that's another one.
Oh,
He had 18 and a half points.
Hey,
That's a one-hit wonder.
finally got off of TikTok.
He had such high potential coming into the season because of last year. He did well, but he's not impressive. This is a 1 week wonder. Dante Pettis, another one receiver, put up like 16 points.
I don't know why unfortunately, I've had to tune into a lot of Rams games this season. And I have no idea why they are both commentators are so heavy on this guy, Ben Skronik. Every single time that guy lines up in a different position, they make the biggest fucking deal out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's at running back. He's lined up at slot. Oh my God, he lined up behind the quarterback, but not at the running back position, slightly to the left, 3 inches behind that blade of grass. Like, I don't understand the big deal. He put up 11 this week, but Skronik will never be Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. To opposite of what you're saying is people who put up good numbers that might be a little consistent. One that caught my eye. Let me get back to that page. Shouldn't have brought it up until I was ready for that page. Believe it or not, I'm going to say this. A Chicago Bear, Dante Pettis, not saying he's going to be a breakout by any means, but I could see him certainly keep putting up consistent numbers.
Okay.
Solid, like a bear. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what Zay say.
So my players always be on them by low vids, man. I don't think I read that with the right.
My players always be on them by low vids, man.
Anybody want to? My players always be on them by low vids, man.
Buy low bids. I think he meant to say buy low bids.
It's all right. Jean-Michel.
My players always be on them by low.
He also threw me off with the buy.
No, buy
It's a
low
long buy.
videos. Oh, your players are always on the buy low videos. I mean, because they can do well. They know what they can get for them now because they have such great potential in the future.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
what you. Okay.
Exactly.
I understand the words that were coming out of your
Exactly.
mouth.
Yeah, because they want. That's the reason, right? You get them now so that they'll kill it later. Yeah, but that's a good thing. That means you're honestly keep them, man. I ain't selling them motherfuckers low.
I'm patiently waiting for Balo to sell me low Devontae Adams.
I told you, Ryan Suckup. Offer it tonight, and I'll accept.
Dude, low key, we can talk about this in the last couple minutes. My kicker this week was my second highest scorer, and I won by 30 points. He got 14. My first highest got 14 and a half.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Shout out to the guy I beat this week. That's going to end up being me this week with fucking one receiver. Oh,
I think our game's going to be actually as predicted. It's going to be very much so very close.
Yeah, y'all will be very close.
See
I'll watch you guys games in my fucking matchup.
You see that score in our league this week? 78.5.
Oh,
the hell.
Yeah.
Came down to like a last minute.
Literally
That
could
is
have.
nuts. Justin Herbert was 1 yard away, running the ball in beating Doug.
Yeah.
Yep. Shout out Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
nuts.
It was a nail biter.
Nail boy.
I did.
All right, boys.
I did my closest one this week. I think it was like a 4 pointer.
4 points.
Not too
Yeah,
bad.
no sweat off your back, Mr. 5-1.
Yeah.
Call you the New York Giants.
Might as well.
Saquon Barkley. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What you want for him?
Give me a life.
The quad father.
Quad.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Deshaun Jackson to Ravens practice squad. Good stuff.
Deshaun Jackson's still a thing, huh?
Mm-hmm. DJ. All right. With that being said, we are off for the night. Appreciate everyone tuning in, coming through the stream. Check us out on Spotify for our weekly podcast where we talk about everything and anything except sports. I like to call it where ESPN meets the news meets People Magazine.
There we go.
Yeah.
With a dash of time.
With time. Yeah. Some sophistication in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Zay, appreciate you coming through. Hey, wish best of luck this week. Come through again next week. Let's get this dub, baby. Let's all get this dub.
Good luck to everyone's fantasies this week.
Yeah, Brian Robinson. Hopefully he kills it for you.
And if you haven't already, Instagram, pb.j_podcast. We'd really appreciate follow. And we answer all the DMs as well.
Yep. All right. Until next time. Peace out.
Take care.
Week 7 NFL Fantasy. We are
Out.
Boom.